In this section, we're going to start looking at a blog. Now, we've got a page for blogs, which is currently empty. So if I click there, it's completely empty. What we have to do first is actually create some blog posts. So in order to create a new post, I go to Posts, Add New, or I can click here to Add New. And I'll just simply call this Jan Deals, short for January Deals. Over here, I'm going to set a featured image. So if I click here, I'll select that image there, select, and we use the DIVI builder. Now I'm going to start building in the normal way. So I'll create a new row, and I'll put some text in. So I'll put a text module in. So whatever's there at the moment, I'll just overwrite that, and I'll just put some of that fake Latin text in, like so. So there's my January Deals post. There are other things we can do later on, but we'll just leave it at that for the time being. So what I'll do is click here, and I'll go and publish this. If I go New Post, I'll go and create another post. So we'll call this one Feb Deals. Again, I'll go and set a featured image. I'll just go for that one there. I'm going to use the DIVI builder. I'll start building, scroll down, and within here I'm going to use the whole row, insert a text module as before, get rid of the default text and just put some fake Latin in there, save my changes and publish. Right, we'll do one more. So New Post. We'll call this one March Deals. Again, we have to remember to go over here and get us a featured image. So we'll go for maybe that one there, select, use the DIVI builder, start building, insert a row, then insert a text module, overwrite the default with some fake Latin text, save that, and save the post. Now if I go to the back end, if I go to where it says Posts, All Posts, those are the 3 posts I've just created. Now what we need to do is get these 3 posts displayed on the blog page, because if I go to the front end and then go and click on blog, they're not displayed. Well, that's hardly surprising because the system doesn't know that I want them displayed there. So what I have to do is to enable the visual builder here, go and start building. I use the default, and what I do is I insert the blog module. Now with the blog module, if I just save that, by default it's going to look like that, which is not so interesting. So we want to go and customize this to make it more appealing. So if I go here, so I can edit the module settings. If we scroll down a little bit, you can see some bits and bobs there. And we've got elements that can be displayed. Do you want to show the featured image? Yes, please. Do you want to show the author? No, not in this case. Do you want to show the date? No. Show the categories? No. So you can customize this as you wish. Obviously you can change the background and things. If you go to where it says design here, if you click on where it says layout, instead of full width, which is the default, a much more visually appealing one is the grid. And what that does, it'll display little boxes side by side, like so. And at the moment they've got hard edges on. I quite like rounded corners. So if I go down to where it says border here, I can change this to 10. So now you see they've all got those nice rounded borders like so. If we go and have a look, there's numerous other options, all the usual things. So the layout we just looked at, you can use overlays if you want. You can adjust the text the way it's displayed. If you come down here, you can adjust the image. So you can modify the way it's displayed. Lots and lots of controls there. And as we go down here, there's various other things, the usual things like sizing and spacing, border we just looked at. And then we've got some other things which we might look at later, things like animation. So there's not an awful lot to it, but really, as I said, your best bet is to use that grid option. So for the sake of changes, that's what it's going to look like. And the whole idea of this blog page, it displays the latest blog post here. So if I go and save my changes, and then if you go and create a new post, which we'll call maybe April Deals. Again, I'll go and set a featured image. So we'll go for that one there. No, we'll go for that one there. Different. So we'll set the featured image. There we go. And if I go in here, so we're going to use the Divi builder again. Start building. Scroll down. Click here. Take the default row. If we come down here and insert some text, we'll save the changes, we'll save the page. Now if we go to the blog page, that page we've just created is listed here. So as you can see, they're in reverse chronological order, so the latest one will always be displayed here. Now there are things you can do to modify this, so at the moment it would be nice to have maybe some text that says more, so you could click on to get more details, because otherwise people would have to know to click on the picture. So if they want to see the March details, they'd have to go here, then that would show them the details of the March post. Don't worry about all this rubbish over here and all these other bits and bobs. We'll get rid of those in a minute. Incidentally, one of the nice things about blogs is people can comment on it. So it sounds great because you can have some interaction going, but trust me, you don't really want to allow people to make comments on your blog post, because what you'll get is all the idiots posting rubbish on there or posting adverts to their own page. Or the other thing you'll get is a lot of robotic spam, which will try and sell you all sorts of rubbish you didn't want in the first place. So personally, I would not allow comments on any of your blog posts, but it's up to you. Also at the moment we've got all this detail here. It might be nice to get rid of that as well. And as I say, this whole blog area over here, we'll get a shot of that in a minute. Now if you go to the back end and then go to Divi Theme Options, we've got various things we can change here. So for instance, if I click on Layout, you can decide which items you want to display. Do you want the author? No, so we don't want any of these. Don't want comments. Show comments on page? No, absolutely not. Show thumbs on posts? Yeah, we'll leave that enabled. So I'll go and save my changes here. Incidentally, the other thing I could have done was go to Layout, General Settings, and again just take all of these off, save my changes. So now when I go and look at the blog, we just display the blog page. It doesn't display information about when it's created, who created it, and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of much cleaner if you do that. And you'll notice there's no longer a comments area. So that's basically how you create blog posts. So posts, blogs, same thing. And that's how you create a blog page. So remember, you create a blog page, I'll click on this again, simply by just creating a normal page. And then remember, if you enable the visual builder, all you did on that blog page was to insert a module called blog. And then of course you can go and customize that any which way you want.